This video is to get some support questions answered on a custom component. We have a custom component called CM to Foundation Connection, and I was checking it, found out that the hairpin bar was in the wrong direction, and so I started editing it in the plan and got unexpected results. So I brought it up in the component editor and changed the rotation of the hairpin bar 90 degrees. And it seemed to have an invalid grade because it's not displaying as specified. So I changed the grade A61560. It's a number 3 bar to a main bar, modified. Whoops, selected the wrong. It's a tire stirrup. There we go. So now it's displaying correctly, and I've already been through this process once, and I went ahead. Those are the changes that I want so far. So I'll go ahead and save. Close and save. Yes. Okay, so there's our backup component file. Now let's do a update the window. I guess I expected the components to update. So maybe because I haven't, well, that, I don't know, maybe I need to reload the model, which will take a while since I'm working remote. Redraw view. Update window. Yeah, doesn't look like it's updated. So I don't know, maybe the behavior of rebar within components is, there's something I don't understand here. Before I reload the model to check to see if the component updates, though, I do have another question about auto-saving. So I modified my user menu and added some commands and made a keystroke macro, for auto-save, Shift S, and I can also access it from the pull down. And so I do an autosave. And down in the message window, I get database autosaved. But before that happens, I get an error. And bringing up the log, it says autosaving database. Then it says invalid path or file name. So I'd gone to Tekla on the autosave configuration, and I think this is what you get by default, but I'm also, it says enter folder path by default auto-saved files are placed to the model folder. By default, auto-saved files are placed in the model folder. So this was what was recommended in what I read, and it also said to have the same firm folder for multi-users. I pass this information on to the other multi-user at this time, and also to make sure that you have a project folder, excess project, set up, and I've checked those directories. They do exist. So I'm not understanding why I get the error about the invalid path or file name. Well, I'm back, and it looks like it took a little over 11 minutes to load the file over the network, but we're going to improve on that. So anyway, I want to see if the component updated. Zoom in on one of the modules, and well, no, the rebar is still in wireframe. So looks like, we can manually edit those within the components. So if it can't update, does it stay in its altered state when the component is reloaded within the model? That's another question. Get the headset. Another question I have is the seam connection itself. When I want to change the direction, when I do that, the Z direction goes to auto, which I don't understand. I would have thought that when it was created, it would remain in the vertical. That's how the seam is applied. And I can correct that by going to a positive Z here, and then of course it's in the desired direction. So just the rebar question, if there's a resolution and what it might be.